What up, what up, what up, what up, Mackheads and Maniacs? It's your man, Kev Mack, and I'm back with another episode of KM Video Live Streams. Thanks to the Queen, Kenya. Miss Kenya Ware once again put together a panel of Compton's Most Wanted. And here we got the Chill. What up, Chill?
What's up with you, baby? What's happening with it, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Glad to have you here.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Okay. Your lights went out, but you all right now?
You got me?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Can you hear me?
I hear you good.
You don't want to Teddy Riley out.
right. Uh-oh. He Teddy Riley'd out. Damn. Well, he'll be back, I'm sure. All right, you all right?
For some reason, I ain't got no sound, champ.
I don't know why not. I hear you good.
I can't hear nothing.
Wow. I don't know what that's about.
Get to it, though.
Yeah.
Hold on. Look, video. I should have just stayed on when I was on. Tripping.
So I don't know what it could be.
I'm gonna try again. Again if you can hear me.
All right, we having technical difficulties. That can be expected sometime when you on live streams. Even when the big networks on TV, when they live stream, shit be going haywire. But we up in here though. Loco, what up, homeboy?
What's up, homie?
Oh, not much. Having technical difficulties right now.
Who was that? Eiht? All right. Shit.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Man, I ain't getting no sound, bro.
Wow.
Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
I can't hear nothing.
Yo, Eiht, what's up? Can you hear me, Eiht?
Yeah, what's cracking?
What's going on, man?
I hear Eiht.
Oh, you hear
me, Eiht?
Yeah.
My shit Teddy Riley, and I can't hear them.
The legendary Eiht. What's up, man? The man that created drive-by music.
What's cracking?
Not much, man. Glad to have you on board, man. I appreciate you showing up.
It's all good.
Yeah, you got a new album out, huh?
Yeah, I got a record out called Official, just dropped not too wild. Probably dropped a month ago or so, like that, you know. Trying to get it out there, do what we do.
That's right, man. Hey, who put together CMW? Can you tell us about that?
Well, Comptons Most Wanted, you know, we started back in the days, came from, you know, me and Chill was going to junior high school together. And then, you know, we started being fans of the hip hop game, you know, seeing cats like Run DMC and, you know, a couple of local cats, Toddy T and all them around the neighborhood, but just wanting to get into the hip hop thing. So us being from Compton, you know, I came up with the name Comptons Most Wanted, and that's basically how we came about. It was just me and Chill at first, just, you know, in high school, writing raps and shit like that. Then we got an opportunity to venture off into the studio, and basically that's how we got to, you know, getting into the professional aim of trying to make records and shit like that.
Hey, I remember Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. You don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah, right. My bad, man. For some reason, my mic ain't working. I can hear Eiht, but I can't hear y'all. But y'all keep rapping. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying it a different way.
Just from fucking around, you know, in the hip hop community, and I was just a nigga in the streets, you know, really, and you know, I kind of have, you know, friendships with niggas who, like myself, was from the streets. So where Dub C, you know, was one of the niggas that I used to fuck with on just some street shit, and we both started off our careers early. Him with Low Profile, and me being with Comptons Most Wanted. So just from that, you know, just trying to get into experience, and Dub hit me up and said, you know, they was working on the Dub C and the Mad Circle record, and he wanted me to get on the song. So, you know, it was nothing to me. You know, anytime it was something like a homie or somebody I personally knew, you know, I'd get down with no question. So that's how I did a lot of my features with niggas I just fucked with, you know.
Right. Oh, was you born in Compton?
I was born in LA. I grew up in Compton. I think we moved to Compton when I was probably 4 years old.
And was that track New Hood?
I grew up in a
hear me, Eiht?
Yeah, I can hear you. I grew up in a neighborhood called Spooktown, but you know, the homies that I represented and where I used to kick it from, and the neighborhood I represented, that was Trag New. That was because a cat that I used to hang around with when I was in my early ages, like 13, 14, a cat from Trag New I used to hang around with all the time. So that's how me being from Trag New came about. You know, I was just a young dude hanging around a couple of dudes that was older than me. They happened to be from Trag New. So when I came of age to, you know about gang banging and sets and learn whatever, naturally I was going to be from Trag New because I was already hanging out with the cats. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Prior to that beef with Quick, did you guys know each other on the streets?
Nah, basically that just stemmed from, you know, some Crippin' Blood shit. You know, that's what that came about with. I didn't know Quick personally. He didn't know me. My DJ happened to be a Blood. Mike T happened to be a Blood from Inglewood. So Quick at the time was doing you know, mixtapes or whatever, you know, trying to get, you know, his demo on or whatever. So it was a transpiration on one of the mixtapes where he had mentioned whatever. So basically that's how the beef started. It was basically, you know, born out of just niggas from Compton, and we was just from opposite sides of the street. So that was just natural. But we didn't know each other personally beyond that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's going on,
I'm in
man?
there now, if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you good, bro.
Can you hear me, Eiht?
Yep, I can hear you.
I can hear everybody.
I can't hear
All right,
the
Chill,
other
you can
though.
hear me too?
No,
Chill, can you hear me?
No, I don't think Chill can hear you.
he can't hear you.
Yeah,
all right, well,
I
Eiht, man.
can hear you though.
Chill can hear me though. He can hear me.
Okay.
And I can hear the other homie right here.
And he can hear he can hear me, and he can hear KM. So we good. So
right.
if you need to ask him something, just ask me, and then I'll transfer it over.
For sure, bro.
Hey,
Say, big homie, man. Look, man. First and foremost, man. You know, much respect from Texas, man. We out here. You know, y'all got a big old fan base out here, man. You know, I'm one of them.
Texas was always one of my spots.
Is that right?
Yeah, Texas was always one of my spots. Dallas, Houston, Fort Worth, all over, man. So yeah, Texas was big for us, man. Good looking.
Okay, well, I'm from San Antonio, homie.
Okay, so San Antonio too. Cracking.
Yeah, man. So you know, rhymes too funky. Hey, the all blue tape, man. You know, I go all the way back with y'all, homie. You know what I'm saying, man? Much respect though, man. Y'all did y'all thing in the game, and I know that when y'all were in the, every time y'all would have a hell of a seat, which was every one of them, but it seemed like you was losing Chill to the prison system every time, right? Or was I interpreting that wrong? You know, because you try to read as much to try to figure out as much as you can about, you know, the rap.
Yeah, I can let Chill talk a little bit more. Chill, he talking about when we first got started, how on he's asking about how on the first beginning projects, how you was missing from some of the projects. So he was asking, was that due to you, you know, being involved in the prison system and all that?
Yep, you know, starting, you know what I'm saying, like Eiht was saying, if you can hear me, you know what I'm saying, it was, you know, just me and him. You know what I'm saying? We two cats from Compton, and you know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna be this or that, or you're gonna be trying to figure out what place you want to be in. And I was one of those cats, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted the mic, you know, get a couple of dollars, you know, go to the studio, hang out with my homeboy Eiht, drink and smoke, you know. And I also wanted to be in the hood, on the streets, you know, and dealing with different women and all that type of stuff. So when you straddle on the bench, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna find out that, you know, you got to follow your goal and just stick with it and ride it out. You know what I mean? I was trying to figure it out at a young age, having a baby, you know what I'm saying, at a young age, the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I just want the mic, you know what I mean? I wasn't taking it serious, you know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, I was missing off a lot of the projects in the beginning because I kept banging my head going to jail. You know what I mean?
Let me take you back. Let me take you back a little further, Chill. You dropped out of school?
Yup, I dropped out of school. Same thing. Like I say, we was young cats, young tycoons running around here with, you know, little girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? We had the mic at a young age, rapping, and, you know, we was ghetto fabulous. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like school wasn't important. When I'm walking around with $7,000 in my pocket, driving a Regal, pulling up at my homeboy house, smoking weed, got a little broad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I know how to count. I know how to read. I don't need school. So I quit.
Man said, take a ride on the laundry. You see my name on the wall.
Yes, sir. True story.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hold on, local. Let me just make one comment. This dude from Grape Street, from Watts, straight gang bang knucklehead. He say he looked up to you, Chill, growing up.
That's what's up. I got love for the homies from Watts and everything. That's what's up. And it's crazy you say that because, you know, back in the days, you know what I'm saying, me and Eiht, we done been all over the place, man, all over the place. And, you know, people will say, man, we used to do this off y'all records, man. We used to shoot up shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, in that first, that was cool. You know what I mean? But, you know, now at the age, I'm like, damn, I don't want nobody to get hurt off a goddamn rap song. You know what I'm saying? Right. Needless to say, I'm going to keep on busting the way I bust. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers ain't got to take it that serious to where they got to be out there really shooting up shit and, you know, selling a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, shout out to the homeboys from Watts.
Right.
Hey, I got a question for you, Eiht. Straight Up Menace.
Right.
Did that like catapult your career, or was you feel like you was popping before that?
Well, really, we were kind of mid-level, you know what I'm saying? Around the time, because, you know, I had already did growing up in the hood for Cube and John Singleton with Boys in the Hood and the soundtrack. So we was we had a little recognition around that time, but I say from the transition of doing the movie Menace to Society and doing the song, and then in between there we had Music to Drive By that had dropped. So I think our popularity as far as CMW concerned started becoming, you know, I think our popularity was a little bit there because of doing Boys in the Hood and the Growing Up in the Hood song, you know, because that song ended up going #1 on the rap charts, you know, stayed up there for a couple of weeks. So that kind of boosted us up there. But I think Menace took it to another level because it was so worldwide, you know what I'm saying? You know, as far as Boys in the Hood is concerned, it was a good project and a good song or whatever. But I think Menace had catapulted it to the status of where, you know, we start crossing over to some of the other side, you know, going overseas and all that type of stuff. So it did favors for the career. You know what I'm saying?
Loco, you got a question?
Yeah, I do, man. I do. So look, Eiht, when you was doing all that acting and stuff, man, and you know, pumping out them hits for the soundtracks and stuff, man, was life pretty much in real life? Was it imitating the art, or was you pretty much, you know, out of the game all the way and kind of got out of the streets, or were you kind of still in the streets with one leg in, one leg out?
I was always still trying, you know, basically in the streets or whatever, because I still knew niggas that was still in the streets. So I still tried to keep my, if you want to say, affiliation to niggas in the streets as far as just wanting to be, just wanting to still seem like, I could contribute as far as being a part of, but sometimes you got to start realizing when you get to a certain point that, you got to basically get away from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Even though the streets are still in you, you got to start thinking when you get kids and, I started having kids and all that type of shit. So I had to start thinking about what was best for my living situation and my children as far as that concerned, And you want to try to have the opportunity to get away and do some different shit. So around the transition of Menace is when I start thinking about, maybe the affiliation to the streets maybe need to be halted a little bit. You need to start thinking more business, like dealing with corporate motherfuckers and, and just being out there in that corporate scene. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody say, I'm still bumping this A Compton Thang in late night hype.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Yeah, that's classic, man. That's that classic shit. That song will never die, And it's blessed to be a part of that because, I feel like the golden era was one of the best eras in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Our era. And those songs will never die. You know what I'm saying? So ride out. It's A Compton Thang. Used to drive by straight checking them. You know what I'm saying? Windshield factor. You know what I'm saying? All that G shit. It's all G shit.
That's right.
Hey, Eiht, what was your relationship to Baby Lane?
Y'all knew Lane in prison.
I knew Baby Lane from school because I went to Dominguez High School. Baby Lane was from Southside, which I had people who had relatives and cousins from Southside, so I knew Baby Lane pretty good, because like I said, when I went to Dominguez, I used to hang with the Southsides. And rest in peace, my homeboy Dirter and my people's family, Lil Kurt, rest in peace. So I know a lot of people from Southside. So Baby Lane was, one of them dudes that basically everybody knew. If you was from Compton, pretty much everybody pretty much knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? As far as the sets was concerned. If you was banging from a set and you was official, then you pretty much was known by everyone because that was our connection. You get me? That's what we had. In Compton, we had the neighborhoods. And everybody from the neighborhoods knew somebody from another neighborhood, That's why different sets started linking up with each other because just the affiliation of going to high school or junior high school and knowing people all through half your life. So, like, niggas was commonly known throughout the streets.
Right.
Yeah, man. So, what were you? What we going on the timeline, Kev? You want to, what I'm saying? Because I don't want to jump around too much.
You fucked that up when you start talking about Jeah going to prison.
What'd he say?
No, he was asking, are we gonna go by a timeline or we just gonna freestyle it? Well, go ahead, Loco.
Nah, man. I just want to let Eiht know, man, and Chill that as a big fan, man. A bunch of those times and those gaps when Chill wasn't with you, man. Boy, we was hot. We was like, man, what the hell? Why they ain't together, man? What's going on? But like I say, I seen a few interviews with you. So what you told us earlier, I kind of already knew. You know what I'm saying? That it was just basically.
That's what it was. My nigga had to do a couple of times. He had to sit down. So that's when we basically brought Mike T in to try to fill in the gap while Chill was on hiatus. So instead of replacing him with another rapper, which we didn't want to do, we just decided to bring in Mike T and just bring in a DJ and do it that way. So we just tried to, and then we tried to stay with the CMW name as long as we could, until the record labels got kind of antsy because of the situations, not being able to see Chill and a lot of stuff. So that's when we started going with MC Eiht featuring CMW on some projects, but it was always in good standing to keep the CMW name going, because of because of the situation and because that's what we came into the game with. So it was always my intention to keep the Comptons Most Wanted name going to as far as we could take it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you, people in the comment section, they're naming all their favorite 8 songs, but I'm gonna tell you the one I used to bump in my rides growing up in the hood.
Yeah, that was that. We got 2 versions, you know. Chill is on the version, on the street version, and then we got the radio version, which I did. We did the remix too with the more bounce sample and all that. So that was kind of like it's a Compton thing. Put us on the map, you know, as far as one time gaffled them up and Duck Sick and songs like that. But
Duck Sick.
growing up in the hood kind of put us on the major stage, major platform, because it was you know, the soundtrack to the movie. It was the first single off the movie. You know, rest in peace, John Singleton gave us that shot. So that's how I said that kind of sustained us as far as, you know, being hip hop, you know, heavyweights in the game at that time.
That Drive By Miss Daisy, we can't forget about that either, man.
Yeah.
That Drive By Miss Daisy was serious, man.
Yeah, man.
That's probably why they felt like they were doing a whole bunch of dirt to y'all's music, man. You was walking walking us through it.
We was just some underground niggas, man. You get me? We wasn't, a lot of niggas was commercialized with it or whatever, trying to get that fame, but we felt like, fuck it, you know, long as we could represent, maybe represent the neighborhood, you know, put out some real raps and some real experiences niggas was going through. We figured we just catch the real niggas on that aspect. Like, fuck it. We'll let the other niggas have that other shit. We'll just do what we known to do. And we'll just talk about where we from, where we come from, the pitfalls of where we come from and banging and all that shit, and just keep it moving on there. You know, time will tell what happens in the end, but that's all we wanted to do. Fuck it. We want to talk about Compton, talk about life in Compton, and maybe you was a nigga like us and you was from the hood or the projects, or didn't matter what state you was from, you know, everybody was clicked up or banging or hood related or whatever. So we made music for them type of niggas.
The Hood Took Me Under was another classic too, man, that I used to bump.
Yeah. Yep. The Hood Took Me Under.
Yeah, we was just known for making that motherfucking, you know, like they made blues in back in the past and shit. It was just our motherfucking take on the blues, man. You know what I'm saying? Your motherfucking bitch done left you, your homie done left you, you know, your homie done died, you know, we getting harassed by the police, you know, so some of that back in the day shit, but just to our generation.
Right.
See that, Chill?
Hey, Chill,
Yeah,
somebody just asked about the song.
I don't know where that song at, bro. That song never really came out. He talking about the song OG with the homie Cam back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that song never really came out. It was just leaked in the streets.
Yeah, we leaked it in the streets on the motherfucking, we put it on a mixtape or some shit like that, and that was it. I ain't heard that song in ages.
I wish you do find it so I know where it's at.
Cam's supposed to be here tomorrow. Cocaine was on Friday.
That's the homie. I got some Cam veg vitamins, you know, that is COVID-19. You know, the homie, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say what he say, you know what I'm saying? Or he don't say this. It don't heal coronavirus, but you know it's supposed to be good for different sicknesses and everything. The homeboy Cam shot me that, so I stamped it pretty good.
You got a song coming out. What's going on with the song with you and Cam, and who's that?
Yeah, we got a jamming shit finna come out, produced by Battle Cat, me, Cam, and Corrupt. It's one of Cam's songs, Cam featuring me and Corrupt. And it's real dope. It's called Legend in My Section. You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna ride right there. Shout out to homie Cam. Watch up to the homie Cam. You know, real Compton watch shit.
Hey, Chill, you did a lot of songs with all the West Coast artists. Have you worked with any East Coast artists?
Yeah, I have. I got down with the homie Redman, Socrates out there. A couple of people, you know what I'm saying, but mainly on a bigger scale was Redman and them. I did this song called Get 'Em. It was on the Red Going Wild project he did on Def Jam, and we got pretty good reviews on that, you know what I'm saying, but it was unorthodox, you know what I'm saying. I met Redman through the homie Eiht when they was doing We Come Strapped album. And, you know, we just kind of stayed in touch every now and then. He really a weed head. He come to Compton looking for weed. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with him like that.
Yeah, my partner Lobo was a weed head too. You see him raise his hand.
Hey, say hey.
Yeah.
I wasn't working with Pac, man, on that jealous got him strapped. I keep my hand on my gun because they got me on the run.
I swear I wish I could hear the homie. What'd he say, Eiht?
He's talking about how I was with when I used to fuck with Pac on a couple of things. Pac was a cool nigga to me, you know. We did a song called Gangster Team together on the South Central Cartel part-time. We used to do a couple of shows together too all the time. So Pac was a good nigga to me. And then when we was doing the Minutes movie, you know, before they kicked him out the movie, shit, he was come to the readings. He was always a good nigga to me, shit. So I never had an issue with Pac. He was a good nigga when we was on tour, working in the studio or whatever like that. Even when he used to come to the readings and doing the Minute shit, he was always a good nigga to me. So I never had an issue with Pac.
Yeah, we used to see him all at the damn, you know, conventions and shit back in the days. Smoking and shit.
I really respect the fact too, bro.
Tupac. That nigga was a cool nigga.
When the stuff was going down with the death row camp and the you know, and Easy and all them, man, I noticed you stayed out of all that, man. During that time, man, was that kind of difficult to do, or was it easy to do?
What, stay out of the East Coast, West Coast beef shit?
Right.
I knew a lot of niggas from the East Coast. That's why I fucked with a lot of niggas from the East Coast. As far as like Redman, Eric Sherman. I used to do my first concert was with Gangstar. So I used to do a lot of shows on the road with Gangstar. So me and Guru and Primo had got real tight. So when that shit went down, I didn't really consider it between a nigga like me. It wasn't for even though they was trying to say it was a West Coast, East Coast thing. Didn't nobody say shit to me or us as CMW, or didn't nobody call us out specifically. Like I said, because I respected a lot of MCs from the East Coast. Always worked with a lot of niggas from the East Coast. I never discriminated, from Premier to Pete Rock to Redman to, you know, to even on my new project, I got a lot of East Coast features. I mean, so I never even considered it some East Coast, West Coast beef. If you wanted to ask me, it was Death Row and the niggas from Bad Boy and whoever else wanted to, you know, nut swing on the side. But other than that, like I said, I had too many homies that I had fucked with from the East Coast. So I wasn't gonna get caught up in, you know, the drama of going that route, because niggas ain't did shit to me at all.
If this any reference to his question, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it was an East Coast, West Coast thing, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I think that was, like he said, Bad Boy and Death Row. And then it was just other motherfuckers that's just riding for their side. You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm riding for the West, Compton. You know what I'm saying? So, like A said, ain't nobody said Comptons Most Wanted, MC Eiht to chill. You know what I'm saying? None of that. You know what I mean? So it wasn't no reason, or it wouldn't be no reason to speak on it. It could be some niggas from our own side. You know what I'm saying? That speak up on this. Okay, we got to get in the ring and go at it. You know what I'm saying? For this mic. Right. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got homies on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, really got love for the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, them niggas show us more love than our hometown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Even down south or out the country or Midwest or wherever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just hood niggas representing Compton, And if anybody got something against that, then we address it accordingly. You feel me?
How did y'all feel about Tim Dog's diss song, The Compton?
We did what we were supposed to. mceiht went in there and sliced his head off. You know what I mean? And when it's go up time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. Eiht went in there and sliced his head off, and mceiht, he did the busting. You know what I'm saying? So that's because he mentioned our city. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, our town. Like, you ain't just dissing NWA. You dissing our town. You know what I mean? So we Comptons Most Wanted. How you going to diss Compton and we Comptons Most Wanted? Makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So he got sliced. I ain't heard from him ever since.
Hey, who are some of the guys that you looked up to on the West Coast when hip hop came to the West?
Well, you know, unfortunately, back when we got started on the West Coast with hip hop, we had a lot of, you know, not so popular, you know, hip hop sound. You know, we had Bobby Jimmy and the Critters, and we had niggas like shit. We had the Wrecking Crew. I mean,
right,
you know,
Delicious Vinyl.
You know, we didn't really have, you know, too much of real meaningful, if you want to say. So the guys I looked up to when I started with, as far as West Coast rap is concerned, we looked up to niggas like Toddy T, Mixmaster Spade. You know, we looked up to niggas like Ice-T because, you know, they brought us that sound, you know, then Easy, and then, you know, NWA and Cube. But I would have to say, yeah, as far as, you know, niggas that paved the way for us to be able to put our sound out there was niggas like Spade and Toddy T, Mixmaster Ken, and those early pioneers, because they made, you know, mixtapes, sold them in the neighborhood off of TDK tapes. And, you know, that freedom of expression is what gave us the ability to start penning them songs about, you know, police brutality, growing up in the hood, you know, have to make ends meet by serving, and, you know, beef with the enemies and rivals, and baby mama drama and all that. So, you know, shout out to Todd and rest in peace, Spade, and all them early cats that we used to listen to that gave us that influence, you know what I'm saying, to make Comptons Most Wanted and songs that depicted the neighborhood and shit like that.
Right. Yeah, I was just wondering because you guys basically came right in when they came in, really, for the most part.
Yeah, you know, Todd and them came, Spade and them, and then Easy came, and then Cube and them, and then right after Cube and NWA, you know, we stepped into the forefront. So, you know, we was right there at the early beginning.
King T was in there too.
Tila was in there. King T was in there. You know, like I said, King T, Ice-T, Tone Loc, a lot of dudes that we used to listen to that influenced our sound. You know, but we had a big East Coast influence too. EPMD was influenced heavy on us too because of that group essence of PMD and Eric Sermon, and just the way they collaborated and the way they bust. So we took a lot of their style too when we created Comptons Most Wanted, because those are dudes we looked up to as well.
How come you didn't put the G in 8?
Because at the time, everybody was trying to come up with shit, you know, to be, I don't know if you want to say original with rap. And I wanted to be one of those cats where my name stood for something. So really, I came up with the name Eiht and left out G because it was supposed to be for experienced in hardcore thumping. And that's where I first started Eiht from. It was an acronym to say, like, I'm experienced in hardcore thumping. So from that, I got Eiht out of that. And that's how I stuck with it.
Jeah, where'd your name come from?
Man, keeping it 100. You know, me and Eiht was just chilling one day. We used to drink Thunderbird and Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? And we sitting up, you know, and he like Eiht, experienced in hardcore thumping, like he said. He was like, you know, you the chill MC. You know what I mean? Because you just be chilling. You know what I mean? So I ran with that and eventually dropped the MC to where it's just the chill. You know what I mean? So I just been running with it. You know what I'm saying? Our whole family used to call me that anyway, Chilly Willy. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So I just, you know, stayed with it. And it's been that for damn near 40 years.
Drinking Thunderbird and Kool-Aid, y'all was hanging out with the G's.
Oh yeah, we was
man,
drinking
we
that
consider
shit.
ourselves G's if that's what it was about. You know what I mean? Because we come from the era of, you know, Super Socko and gin and silver satin, and you know what I mean. We come from that era. Knock the neck off that thing, put the Kool-Aid pack in it, shake it up, and go. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what we used to do. And we also used to smoke zigzags, 5-finger nickel bags, 4-finger nickel bags, and all that. So I guess we G's now.
Yeah.
Old days. Hey,
what up?
Go ahead, Kev.
No, you got it.
All right, hey, Eiht, this is for both of y'all. I know Chill pretty much probably answer after you get through, but my question is, where is y'all's roots from, man? Where did your family come from, man? The land up in Compton or in LA?
My father is originally from Tampa, Florida, and my mother came from Gulfport, Mississippi. So that's how I ended up in Compton.
That's right. I knew it was, you know, we know it's somewhere south, man, but that's a question that I love to ask, man, because that's something that none of us knew, you know?
Yeah, I have deep roots in Mississippi. So if you want to say, that's a lot of my, you know, backbone comes from my mom coming from Gulfport, Mississippi. One of them little small spots, you know, and I used to go there every summer, you know what I'm saying? Until I just
through them.
Yeah, I done been through Gulfport, man. Them used to be my places of summer vacation there in Tampa Bay, Florida. So my father was in the Navy and ended up in Cali. My mom left Gulfport when she was in 12th grade of high school, and that's how that happened. And next thing you know, shit, I was in Compton. That's how it came to be. So that's where my roots come from. Chill, he was asking where your family roots come from.
Chill must couldn't hear us.
Yeah, he must couldn't hear. He was checked out for a minute too. So yeah, you know, I think everybody got some kind of roots that come from, you know, back from somewhere to south or back east or whatever like that. You know, I was heavily into it. Like I said, that's why I guess the transition of music is why I'm so universal with my shit, and I can fuck with any kind of nigga because, you know, having them roots from Florida and Mississippi, you know, my pops used to listen to all kind of music, and as well as did my mom. You know, she used to listen to all kind of oldie shit, you know, Millie Jackson and Bobby Blue Bland and Tyrone Davis and that type of music. So that's where a lot of my style, my sound come from, because I liked it, a lot of the blues shit. That's why I say we kind of like hip hop blues of this generation, especially if you speak from the street aspect or trying to tell tales from the hood and basically the pitfalls. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And what did you come up with the Jeah?
Man, I started saying Jeah back when I first started. Yeah, I started saying Jeah back in when I was doing mixtapes in my homie garage, and I just wanted to come up with something that signified me different from any other dude who was rapping at the time. So I could go back as early as I could remember, man, to where, like I said, I used to be in the garage making mixtapes, and I used to just always take the yeahs. You know, everybody would be yeah, or always yeah, and I would just start saying Jeah with it to put the G on it. Like, this is how G's, you know, do it. So it was my own little thing, my own little signature. I know it's worldwide today. A lot of people use it, you know. I've never been one to be on the aspect of niggas is biting my shit or my style, but yeah, you could go back to as far as niggas was first started making records, and I was saying Jeah back then. So, you know, it's just something that I came with my own little signature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not even an instance. I wouldn't call it biting either. You just created a fad. It was
Exactly. You know, just like people you know, people might say what's up or yo or what up homie, or you know, it's just something that turned into a fad for a lot of people and a lot of rappers, you know. So I just look at it as a way to say that it was something that I created that a lot of niggas, kind of gravitated to. And you know, it's cool for me. I have no problem with it.
What was your ask? Oh, Chills. Where do your parents come from? Can't hear
I
us.
can't hear nothing, man. My
Chill,
shit's
can
over.
you hear
Can
me?
you hear me, Chill?
I hear you now. Now I don't
Okay,
hear.
all right. So he can hear me now.
Yeah,
He can't hear
Yeah.
y'all.
Right.
Well,
Hey,
ask the question, Loco.
yeah. So Chill, man. I'd ask Eiht, where's your roots, man, from? You know, where'd your mom and dad come from?
My mom, she came from Compton. My dad from South Central, from Watts, rather. You know what I mean? PJ Watts. Moms grew up, went to Centennial. Both of them graduated from Centennial. My grandma stayed right down the street from where Terry Carter got laid to rest. I mean, got killed. I was born at Harbor General in Torrance and brought straight to Compton from the hospital.
No, but
15202
really,
Southwest.
what I meant was like your roots, your family roots. Where'd
Like
your
where
mom
your
and dad
family
come
come
from?
from?
Down
Like
south
where
somewhere, anywhere?
What you say,
like
Are
Eiht?
they all from California?
Like my roots? Oh, Memphis, Tennessee, all day. Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Memphis, Tennessee.
He said Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee. I'm actually the first grandkid from California. Everybody before me is from Memphis. You know what I mean? So I'm the oldest. I'm the second oldest grandkid of a whole village of us, and everybody before me was from Memphis, Tennessee.
All right. That's right.
Yep, grandma's on down. Yep.
Okay. Y'all had a big influence down there too, big homie.
Oh yeah, come on, man. I love it down there, man. That's that Southern, man. Good eating, good people.
Sure. Hey man, I'm thrilled, man. Hey, check this out. I've been worrying Kev all weekend. I say, man, ain't Chill still coming Monday, huh, man? He said, I ain't heard nothing that ain't good, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys,
Yeah,
man, I've been going from the beginning, man. You know what I'm talking about? To present day. What are the
hey,
newest
that's love.
projects y'all got coming up, man?
Man, we working, man. Eiht just dropped official double album. You know what I mean? Or whatever they want to call these albums these days. You know, digital streaming or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a double effort. You know what I'm saying? As well as I just dropped Forehead on my digital situation. I got the website boomdocs.com. You know what I mean? Got the hard copies. You know, I'm one man band and being a record company. You know what I'm saying? And just pushing it out to the people that really get out with me still. You know what I mean? So I just dropped Forehead.
Hey, Troy Jones got a question for you, Chill. He said, Kev, tell Chill Trig said, what's up? He said, ask Chill how did he develop his musicianship?
That's a good question. I always grew up, you know what I'm saying? My dad, he played congas, you know what I mean? And then my uncle, he was a singer and had a band. And, you know, every time they turned their back, I used to go in there and mess with their stuff. And, you know, that's why I took a love in the music, just music, period, instruments. And then, you know, of course, when hip hop hit, you know what I'm saying? We hooked up with the homie DJ Slip. I used to always try to be on his drum machine and stuff like that until I got one of my own and took it serious. You know what I mean? When I got out of prison that last time, you know what I mean? I think it was around Music a Drive-By album. You know, Eiht was like he was working. You know what I mean? So I never wanted to be a guy that was just around. I always wanted to have a position to play. You know what I mean? So I just got good with the drums and MC Ren, he gave me my first break. You know what I'm saying? For this producing a record professionally and putting it out. On that last album he did on Ruthless for Life, I did a song called Shot Caller for him. And from there, I just been rocking, man. And, you know, for a minute was the go-to guy for us when it came to production.
Eiht, what's your favorite scene in any of your movies, man, that you were involved in? What was that scene to you that you'll never forget or that, you know, holds memorable to you?
As far as the movie?
Like different movies, man. Mine was when you told a dude, hey, homie, you know, you all right?
I think that was probably the most critical scene for everybody as far as, you know, scenes or roles I done did in different movies. I think Menace will outlast everything because it touched bases to a lot of cats, you know, that hit home. So, you know, I think that scene in Menace was probably the most efficient as far as, you know, what outside people are concerned, and myself, because it was so significant.
Right.
Oh no, somebody asking the question. No, that clothing line I wear, that the Crips wear, that's my boy's little line. His name
Little
Lil
Bang.
Bam, Lil Bam from Long Beach. And you can peep him out, you know, on Instagram at Point Guard Game. That's his page. And I just try to help the homie, you know, that's his business, you know, outside of just trying to, you know, be like gang affiliated or whatever. It's just a business he started, a line he started. He do all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was willing to help the homie out and wear a lot of his shit in my videos, interviews, or whatever, because a lot of niggas will say they represent or they try to help niggas out or whatever, but then, you know, it don't really take part like that. So I was just a dude who had a lot of opportunities to sport my nigga shit as far as, like I said, videos, photo shoots, interviews or shows or whatever. So from there, you know, he started getting a lot of contact from getting his shit up. Not that he wasn't already getting shit off, but that's just what I do. You know, I fucks with everybody. That's just me.
Ask Eiht where he come from with the hook from the song "Me and My Bitch."
I just come up with shit. If you really want to know, when I hear music and I'm writing songs, you know, I always try to, you know, come up with shit that's I don't know if you want to say catchy, but always, you know, try to touch us a little bit at home or whatever. Or it might be something that a nigga might be going through or thinking or whatever. So that's how I come up with a lot of my shit. I just try to pin shit that matches with what I'm doing at the time.
You plan on doing anything else with Spice One?
I mean, I work with Spice. I do whatever, man. That's how I am. Fuck, I get down with everybody if it's official and it's efficient and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like doing shit that don't make sense just because. And I don't like duping motherfuckers on the aspect of just because of the name that the shit is gonna be, it's gonna be official. So I do what makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The I got a new project that's about to drop. You know, we've been over Chills recording, getting our thing. Like he said, I got the official record out. He's got the forehead record out. I just got through recording this album called Lessons. It's got 20 songs on it. We got like 14 features. I'm just doing what I feel at the moment. You know, there was a time we did music depicting the hood, drive-by shit, killings, you know, police brutality and shit. You know, a lot of shit changed. Niggas get older. They got shit to speak about, but we still trying to talk about in the area of still reaching niggas and showing niggas some good music, man, because shit is kind of fucked up nowadays as far as music is concerned. So we just trying to give niggas some of that good feel good shit. So the new record Lessons should be on point for everybody.
Right.
And we got the Comptons Most Wanted album out there too.
Yeah, BMW, Gangsta Business is out there too. So for all the CM Dub fans, you know what I'm saying? We got a record we dropped called Gangsta Business. You know, you can peep that out on streaming. Take a couple of listens to it. It's got a nice feel to it. Got some nice tracks on there, some nice features. So, you know, we just trying to contribute to what we feel is good hip hop at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Just the people that's off into our lane, you know what I'm saying? Like Eiht put out the Which Way Is West with DJ Premier. I did the 30 OG, only corrupt, only we walking tree.
Your
breaking up,
sound is messed up, Chill.
Breaking up. Oh, he froze.
Yeah, you breaking up, huh?
Breaking up.
I'll kick him out. Yeah, his Wi-Fi froze.
Yeah, so you know that's what we've been doing. And the new project is called Lessons. I'll probably be dropping it like late July, early August. Uh, we got a gang of features on there. You know, some East Coast. We got some West Coast. You know, it's a good feel good record, man. I think it's gonna really dominate as far as you know. Like I've always been considered a underrated MC or whatever, but who gives a fuck? I just keep putting out good music, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like niggas who like good music and who always been on our team, they're gonna be able to have a good project to listen to. So Lessons is up next. You feel me?
That's right.
Right. Can you hear us, Jeah?
Let's see who I can hear now.
Okay.
Now I can't hear the homie.
Who can't you can't hear me?
All good,
I ain't
man.
said nothing yet.
I can't hear nobody, yo.
It's all good, Jeah.
I'm gonna try again.
For sure. So yeah, that's up, man. You know. And we just trying to get these interviews off, man, to come in, talk to the people, you know, let people know what's up. I also got a podcast I'm about to do. It's called Stash by Radio.
Okay.
That's finna go off right now. Like I said, I got a clothing line called Official Clothing Company. We doing that. I got a weed strain line that just came out. If you're on the West Coast in Southern California, you can check out Blue Stamp OG. It's available at all California cannabis dispensaries. You know, we got one on Soto, we got one on Crenshaw, one on Melrose. So go check out that Blue Stamp OG. You know, people can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I kind of try to respond to all the fans. I work with niggas, man. We just trying to continue this legacy of good Compton hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna have Kenya get at you when this is over with.
My shit bug. I only hear you, Eiht.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, we about to.
Yeah, I hear you.
You
All
hear
right.
Loco. Okay. Yeah, I was just telling them where they can peep a nigga out at on Instagram and all that. You know, probably want to give them your hit up or whatever. Tell them where they can get you at. Like I said,
Yeah.
for all the fans, once again, I got Official out. Chill got Forehead. We got videos out. Lessons is coming up next. You can hit me on Instagram. Like I said, I kind of respond to all my fans if it's feasible. You know, niggas looking for work versus, like I said, I fucks with any and everybody. If you're up and coming, you know, I consider myself still at the table with a lot of niggas, man. You know, we ain't sitting at that other table that's high up on Mount Rushmore or whatever. We still down in the trenches with niggas, so we trying to get our shit cracking just like everybody else. It's a hard grind out there, so we support shows like this. In return, we look for people and the fans to support the records, man, and that's how we do. Everybody connect with everybody, and it's all official.
Yeah, there it is. There, y'all. You can
follow me at the Chill CMW on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? That's me chopping up. I also got, you know what I'm saying, at Boomdocs Productions. You know what I'm saying? Go check out my website. You know what I'm saying? It's Boomdocs, BOOMDOCZ. You know what I'm saying? .com. I got the merch on there. You know what I'm saying? I got the music on there. You know what I mean? Some beats and, you know, I got these face masks and all type of stuff. We just working, man. You know what I'm saying? Just pushing our independent line, you know what I'm saying, collectively and individually. You know what I mean? So, you know, for the cats that's offered to our vibe, you know what I'm saying, getting down with what we do, you know what I'm saying, like Eiht said, we get down for the low for the cats that's really offered to what they doing. You know what I mean? Other than that, you know what I'm saying, go support. We supporting. You know what I'm saying? We supporting great music for our culture.
Yeah, so, well, my viewers are fans of you guys. That's without question. I mean, they going up in the comments with all your lyrics, your lines in the movie, the names of all your songs, and who you done songs with. So for sure, my viewership, they love you guys. Y'all make sure y'all support these brothers with their new ventures. Both of you guys, I got two artists, man. That's why I said I'm gonna have Kenya holler at y'all after this live and see if y'all can do some work with a verse or something with one of my artists.
Yeah, just get at me. Have her get at me. It's all good. She got Chill hook up. Have her get at Chill. We all good. I know I'm gonna get my ass out of here. Go do some more work.
All right.
good for having us on, KM Loco. You stay up. Man, y'all, like I said, anytime again, we'll do it again when the Lessons Project drop. And let's get it cracking, fam.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that, man.
All right, for sure. Yeah, holla at me. It's all good.
All right, for sure. Good luck.
So
all right, chill. Good looking out. Yeah, so there you have it. The Comptons Most Wanted with MC Eiht and the Chill. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. They gave us almost an hour, so I know a lot of people have been asking about Eiht for a long time, so you got Eiht. And he said he's coming back again. And I'm gonna try to get some work done with him with Fitzgerald or King Real. I know King Real want to do something. First he told me chill. Then when he found out Eiht was coming on, he said he always wanted to do something with Eiht. So we'll see. I'm sure Fitzgerald would mind both of them getting on something that he's doing as well. But I don't know if it'll be on their project or my project, KRS Videos Mixtape 2, or on one of their personal projects. But we got to holler at them and see what becomes of it. Loco, man, thanks for checking in. I'm going to go ahead and end this in like 3 minutes so we can have, you know, they're separate from us clowning around. You know how we do it.
Guaranteed.
King Real, why not both? Because I'm not having money like that to just be getting anybody and everybody for you, bro. We got to get what we can when we can, bro. You know what I'm saying? My pockets don't run that deep, homie, but I'm trying to work with all y'all, man.
And not to mention, on this end, you know what I'm saying? We got some young hitters down here, man, that don't mind getting on and spending some money with the big homies. So, you know, we're gonna keep it all the way, man, you know. Relationship, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I'd love to see how they come out, Kev.
Yeah. Yeah, like Eiht said, he don't just do anything, it gotta make sense. So before we pitch anything at him, we gotta make it make sense. You know what I mean? Because one thing you don't want to do is get a no or rejection, you know what I mean?
Man, you talking about a legend, you talking about legends. All these guys that's been interviewed, you know, and I know Big June, I'll say he's up and coming, you know what I'm saying, on that status. But the other guys, you know, of course, legendary guys, you know, these guys ain't playing no games with their reputation and nothing, you know, so you gotta be 100 and they gotta know all these things before. It's more than just about the money. Exactly.
But like, you know, I like what MC Eiht said though. He's about fucking with the low man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He ain't after you because you got a big name or a hit song. That ain't his get out. And that's how I always been. So that's why I resonated. That's why I loved and appreciated what he said about getting on songs with other people and not getting on with others. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, you guys. We'll be back. I see my sister Kim, my niece Dot up in here. Shout out to my family for supporting a real one. King Real. I'm pushing for you, bro. And Loco, my partner, man. That's my partner.
For sure.
We'll be right back, y'all. Give me, let's say, about 15 minutes. Cool, Loco?
Oh, that's cool, homie.
15 minutes, you guys. We'll be back with the regular clown show. I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks, Miss Kenya Ware. Appreciate you. Thanks, everybody watching. Thanks for the support.
Appreciate it, Kenya. Good luck.